Choke no joke, chicken choke no joke. Choke no joke, niggas choke no joke. Choke no joke, yeah. It's choke no joke. Choke no joke, chicken choke no joke. Choke no joke, niggas choke no joke. Choke no joke, yeah. It's choke no joke. Choke no joke, chicken choke no joke. Choke no joke, niggas choke no joke.
It was love at first sight. I know from the way she looked at me. Uh, her eyes said it on. Good morning. Cinnamon, looking spicy this morning. What's good with you? I see you. Shell Frizzy in the building. Who else in the building? Choke no joke. I'm out here. Morning motivation. Hell, rail and poison. What's good with you? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Fresh week. You see, I'm out here early. You know, was up early. You heard it's the Diddy trial. The Diddy trial is here. Diddy trial is here, y'all. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to y'all. Grand rising to the others. As you can see, we all out here this morning. I'm sorry I came on a little late, but it was a little dog loose in my neighborhood. Don't know how he got out, but he running around, and me and a couple of the neighbors trying to make sure he didn't get ran over by a car. But we figured out who dog it was, and got him back to his owner. Just being good Samaritans in the AM, you know. Crystal Hope is in the building. Good morning to you, baby. How you doing? Good morning, y'all. Today is the day for Sean Combs, aka Diddy, aka Puff Daddy, aka P. Diddy, aka Love. I can't remember all the other names he called himself. P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, Love, Sean Combs, or whatever you know him as. My fellow Americans, salute. Today is the day. The Diddy trial begins. Okay? Today is the day the Diddy trial begins. And it starts off, of course, we know how this goes because we've been covering a lot of trials over the years. You know, R. Kelly, Cardi B, Young Thug. You know, we becoming regulars at this. So what's going to happen today is they're going to start the jury selection. You can't have a trial without a jury, if you got a jury trial, that is. But yeah, so today they're going to start with the jury selection. They're going to be going through the jurors, which normally takes a week, probably 2 weeks. If it's a difficult situation, they ain't running too smooth. And these ladies make me feel like I walk slow. Um, yeah, so it'll take a week or two, but that's where it's going to start off at, the jury selection. Unfortunately for us, The trial will not be televised. This revolution will not be televised. Um, but uh, we'll get a lot of updates from the courthouse because there'll be reporters inside. I'll be in there, but later on in the trial. Right now, I'm not going to be sitting up there uh, spending my money to be up in New York to cover the trial just for the jury selection. That part ain't happening. Um, let me see. So after the jury selection, then we'll get the opening arguments from the prosecution and from the defense. So right now we just waiting for them to go ahead and select the jury. You know, they got a big jury selection, which is probably going to be a circus in itself. Because, you know, people going to be lying. They try to stay on this jury because they're going to want to be a part of the trial. Because it's going to be, you know, one of them publicity trials where jurors probably get to write a book afterwards or, you know, get a little fame from it. So you'll have more people trying to get on the jury than trying to get out of it. Some people don't care about a Puff Daddy or Diddy or Love or none of those. So they're gonna be trying not to be on the jury because they don't want to be sitting there for weeks, months, possibly at a time. You know, missing their family and getting money because you know that jury thing don't really pay like that. So we'll have this whole week of reporters coming out telling us about the jury selection. Uh, what type of jury should Diddy be looking at? I think he wanted to split it up between men and women. I wouldn't make it. I wouldn't be picking a bunch of women. You know what I'm saying? Uh, and if I do pick any women to be on the jury, I'm probably going to be picking uh, non-African American women. Like I would rather have white women on my jury in this situation because more than likely they will understand the swinger lifestyle. That is not our culture, so I wouldn't think that black women on the jury will be in his favor. So um, yeah, I'm looking for white women to be on the jury. If my defense is that I was a swinger, because they will understand the lifestyle way better than a black woman. Um, I will also be looking for people older to be on my jury too, because they may understand that lifestyle from back in the day. That is, you know, like the swinger lifestyle ain't sex trafficking. I would be looking for white men to be on the jury too, especially older white men. For the same reason I would want the white people, the white women there, because they will understand the lifestyle. Um, it's a beautiful day out here to walk. I'll tell you that. So yeah, that if I'm Diddy, that those are the type of jurors I'm looking for. somebody much older that may have experienced the lifestyle, understand the lifestyle, you know, opposed to somebody that's green to it and ain't gonna understand it. It's gonna make Diddy look kind of crazy. So you definitely need a predominantly white jury. Um, you don't need a mature, older jury. And like I said, if I would be looking for, if I'm dating, I'm also looking for people that's gay. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking for people from the LGBTQ plus community to be on my panel. I mean, to be on my jury because there may be some judgment about him having a bisexual lifestyle, and if he comes out in that trial saying that he's bi or whatever, or that was part of the swinger lifestyle, this, that, and other, he gonna need some gay people up there that's gonna be able to be sympathetic to his sexuality. That's the word I was looking for. He definitely gonna need like some people on the panel that is definitely privy to his sexuality or lived it to understand, you know, because it's going to be a lot of judgment on the swinger lifestyle, or was it sex trafficking, or was it consensual? So he's going to need those type of people that have indulged, and that's the type of questions I'll be asking the jurors. Have you ever been a swinger? Have you ever been in a threesome? Have you ever I'll be looking for goddamn Africans or Muslims that have several wives to be on my jury. Like Puff's got to pick the right jurors to win this. He needs some gay people. So, you know what I'm saying? When they start trying to make him look bad for being gay, they can be sympathetic with him. He gonna need some swingers on that goddamn on that jury, so they can understand that what he was doing was just swinging, not sex trafficking, and they will know that whatever stuff that Cassie is trying to say that wasn't consensual, that it may look consensual to a juror. All right. So that's Puff need a strong jury pool of gay, lesbians, transgenders, whatever the hell. He need that. He need the gay rainbow right now. Outside of that, he'll need a couple of straight black men and a couple of straight black women for the business side of it. Right, I'm telling you, he better have a whole goddamn jury full of LGBTQ swingers on his goddamn he out here playing tennis. I heard he even been I can't even see the thing with this big ass thing on there. Walk on wood, what up? Yeah. But oh, I need a sprig of water. This trial is going to be very interesting. And I, like I said, I will be streaming from the courthouse, with all the updates every day, you know, throughout the day. I'll be live. So, all the updates that come in, you'll get them first right here on Choke No Joke. This will be the Diddy Central. Hey, how you doing? This will be the Diddy Central for the trial updates. Just keep it locked here. If you're not subscribed, now's your chance to subscribe. What up, little squirrel? How you doing, buddy? Tara in the building. What up, Tara? Miss Jackson, if you're nasty. Membership gang is in here. Shout out to my moderators and all my subscribers. You need a miracle. Man, I honestly speaking, man, if anybody had a strong chance of beating this out of all people, it would be Puff or Diddy or Sean Combs or Puff Daddy or Love, whatever you refer to him as. I'm not like it's the knowing how the system is like that's the thing that make me feel like yo he just gonna get railroaded just like R. Kelly, But like I said, R. Kelly, his defense was weak. Some of the people in there, they wasn't all on the same page. You know, they held up his discovery, for a long period of time. And it was just different with R. Kelly. You know, the thing that gives me hope for Puff, not that I'm defending him in any way or anything like that, um, is the Irv Gotti case. You know what I'm saying? When they accused Irv of doing something that he wasn't doing, he came out victorious. And I feel like even though Diddy might be a freak and a weirdo with his sexuality and everything, me personally, I don't subscribe to Diddy was trafficking women for financial gain. I'm not. I can't subscribe to Diddy started Bad Boy Records and was using it as a front for sex trafficking. Like even with Bad Boy not even really doing nothing, Like he was getting so much money off Ciroc. Like they said he made $1 billion with Ciroc. So why would he need to use Bad Boy as a front to sex traffic one girl? It's like it's not a bunch of women, it's one girl. And we know for a fact that they was in a relationship for at least 10 years. And we know for a fact, even after the CNN video of her getting the domestic violence video, which is not racketeering, influence, conspiracy, or organization, is domestic violence. We know that that domestic violence victim was his girlfriend for 10 years. And she, after that, she was with him for 2 more years after that video. Right. Now, we know that people could be victims of circumstance, and maybe she was scared to leave and all that after 10 years or whatever the hell. But that ain't racketeering. That ain't influence, that ain't conspiracy, and that is not organization of any sort of the domestic violence video. I need some water. And so that's why I feel like Diddy got hope. I don't really feel like he was sex trafficking Cassie. I just really don't. And I think that that's going to be very hard to prove if the world is paying attention. R. Kelly, nobody cared about because they thought it was all about pedophilia and it had nothing to do with it. So, and nobody cared about R. Kelly. They felt like, oh, that's good for him. And they wasn't paying attention to the case. I think if the people's like the Jay-Z's, the Chris Browns, the LeBrons, you know, and there's plenty of more people I can name, but like those people, if they sit back and they don't support Diddy, you know what I'm saying? And people of that caliber in this trial by, just making uh, 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 a conscious effort to let the world know that they watching or let the government know that they watching that and that they got to show some, they got to prosecute him fairly. You know what I'm saying? Not just railroad him. And if these are, I mean, these people like a Jay-Z, LeBron, a Chris Brown, or, any of these type of guys, if they don't sit back and support Diddy in this thing, they going to be the next ones up, and they going to use the same thing on them. Just like when I was telling everybody about R. Kelly, I'm like, yo, y'all niggas, we all need to come together and go to Congress and abolish the Mann Act. The shit is 120 years old, probably older. It's an old ass law, bro. The person that wrote it is dead, and y'all only use it predominantly for black people, and you only use it to just to exceed the statute of limitations for people that ain't even doing RICO crimes. Like R. Kelly ain't Al Capone. Like, come on, bro. That's it's crazy. But people don't be caring because it ain't them. Until it's them, then they want help. Yeah, so you know, I don't know what kind of exercise she doing with that dog, making him go up and down the steps. Yeah, you know, see out in the South, everybody says hello. In New York, if I'd have said hello to that guy, he'd be like, yo, you know me? You know me from somewhere? Fuck you saying what's up to me? New York state of mind could be ignorant. I love my people, but they taught us you don't speak to strangers. And we really grew up thinking you can't speak to strangers. Feel good out here today. Think I'm gonna go for another lap. Morning. But let's get back. I'll get back to Diddy in a second. I want to switch gears and talk about Dame Dash. Lame Dame. Good morning. All right. That work. Get that work. Get that work. I love it when I be out here and I see people that's older than me working out, still running, still active, because it lets me know 10 years, 15, 20 years from now that I could still be out here on these trails running, jogging, walking, and I could still look good if I could keep it up. And it's that good morning because it's kind of cool out here, so you ain't gonna be sweating as much. But let me get back to focus to what I was saying. Dame Dash, Lane Dame, the man that called people bum ass niggas when he was stinking rich. Well, Lane Dame is in the news again. Times I want to feel sorry for Dame, but he make it hard for you to feel sorry for him because even in his words, he want to be arrogant, which makes you feel like, yo, why are you even feel feel any type of sympathy or pity for a man that sat there and talked down on people every chance that he got. The man that felt like he was better than everybody when he was on top of the world. The man that talked down on you, the man that snapped on your clothes, you know, without any regards to how one would be going through financial hardship. He wouldn't care. If your shoes was leaning, the nigga will snap on you and cut you up and talk about your shoes leaning. With no regards that you're going through financial devastation at the time. But for his own entertainment, it's funny to him to laugh and snap and joke on you because he was doing better than you. And he could dress better than you. And he can wear new clothes every day. And I'm not talking from a spectator's view. I'm not talking as somebody that's gossiping. I'm talking about my personal experience. I'm talking about a guy that woke up before this guy and went to sleep after this guy because I was documenting his life. And I was around him every day for years, literally. So I got to see the arrogance. I got to see him belittle not only other people, even myself. And for some reason, the brother thought that it would never end. He thought that he was going to be on top of the world forever. And we know nothing is forever. Not even life. Your name could live forever. Your music could live forever. Your art could live forever. But at this point, the physical can't. We don't know what they're going to come up with in the future. But as of right now, the physical can't. So Dame had a couple of lawsuits. And with those couple of lawsuits, he had a couple of judgments against him. He still got child support issues, which is kind of crazy to me. Because I don't know how I go to jail for child support. And this nigga owe 100 times, 300 times more money than I owed. And they locked my ass up. So I don't know how this nigga can be owing over 400,000 in child support and never go to jail for it. Man, I know dudes that owe child support less money than that and been to jail several times already. God damn it. Not once, but several times for the same goddamn child case. Because they didn't come up with enough money in X amount of months. And this dude, not saying I want him to go to jail, but goddamn, how that nigga go 20 years without going to jail once and owing all that goddamn money? And we done went to jail for less. More power to him. But like I said, he had several judgments against him. Now, with this more recent one, you know, the one that he lost to the guy with the movie, the guy thought that he was going to get his money, but Dame owed the state. So when they had that auction, for the third of Roc-A-Fella that he owned, and it went up for $1 million. The guy thought he was going to be able to get his money along with a bunch of other people, like this black woman that she got by him too, and she tried to get her money, and they all went to the auction only for the state to take the bread, and now none of them, other people that was owed money by him were compensated. So they're going back to the courts. You know, this one guy in particular with the film. So, Dame be out here still running his mouth, stupid nigga, talking about how he got New America and he battling 50 and like he out here bragging about this company he got, but he still owe these people millions of dollars. So what do? They take all that information of him bragging about all these companies and all these vehicles he got, and they went back to court. And they like, yo, this dude keep talking about he got this money, he got that money. Like, bro, how can we get paid? I got you. Oh shit. Man, he done knocked a few balls over the fence. Oh damn. It's me trying to be a good Samaritan. No problem. I'm about to go buy me a tennis racket. I'm gonna start playing tennis or pickleball or both. Probably pickleball. Tennis, I don't think I'm quite ready for. All right, but getting back to Lane Dane. So a judge just put in an order that or something to that effect, or where they want to go and look at Dame assets again in these businesses that he on the internet bragging about to try to get their money. So they telling Dame he got to come up with $1 million, and if he can't come up with the $1 million, they locking his ass up. Now, like I said, if you've been to jail before, that ain't nothing you wish on nobody because it's a horrible experience, right? And you got some dudes, it's not such a horrible experience. They like going to jail because they don't have no responsibility. They ain't got to pay their kids' bills. They ain't got to pay no rent. They ain't got to pay shit. All they do is just sit back and beg people for money to help them through their bid. So they don't want no responsibility. They get to eat free. They ain't got no rent. They ain't got to worry about paying no bills, nothing. You know, they get to go work out in the gym and shit, and they get to watch TV and play cards, or they ain't got no goddamn responsibility. Some guys do like that. But if you out here living your life and you love nature, you love traveling, you don't want to be in there. You get what I'm saying? But like I said, some guys do. But for a person like Dane that's never been to jail, but always out here talking these street stories and street code and men don't do this and men don't do that. I can't wait to see how this nigga handle himself in jail. You know, maybe he got the money, he won't have to pay it. I mean, he'll pay it, he won't have to go to jail. But I want to see how that nigga think his ideologies and all that tough street shit he be talking. I want to see how he and talking over people and all that shit. I want to see how how that works for him in the prison system. Like dudes like him that talk all that street shit and they tough and this, that, and the third. They're a totally different nigga in jail. Trust me. And not that I want to see Dame go to jail, but if he happens to go and has to go, I want to see him, motherfucker, all that stuff he be talking. Yeah, I want to see him talk that to the CEOs. I want to see him talk that to other inmates. When you ain't got 100 niggas to watch your back, when it's just you defending you, and you walk into a whole goddamn jail full of niggas that's already established with each other talking that mess. I want to see how tough he is. I, I I don't want him to go to jail. Don't get me wrong, y'all. But if he happens to go, I want to see how he carry himself in there. You gonna hear the stories. Like, let's see how much his boxing skills work against a razor or a goddamn knife made out of wood or a sharpened piece of metal. He knows we talking and ain't never lived it. Ain't even see Rikers Island. Tell you experience, yeah, that shit will change you. That shit's a hell of a chess game. Yeah, but I don't want to see Dame go to jail, especially at his age. But I'll tell you one thing, boy. Calm as a motherfucker. Like, God will show you, boy. God will humble you. And that's one thing you learn with wisdom. You're not going to learn that at a young age, but you will learn that with wisdom. Trust and believe. You see, you live long enough You know what I'm saying? There's people like recipes. Dame's old Uncle Carlton. His uncle passed away when Dame still had money. This day today, he would never believe that his nephew went from being a multimillionaire to broke. And if Dame was smart, I hate giving these niggas ideas. But hey, Dame, here's an idea for you. If you want to make some money, humble yourself and write a book, and you can take this title too, called Dame Dash, Ball Till You Fall. How I went from popping tags to can't even pay my fucking bills. Dame, write a book about how you went broke. Share everybody what not to do to become you. How you could have a multi-million dollar company, several companies, and be broke today. That's the book you should be writing, nigga. Do y'all agree with me? Don't y'all think that that would be a good seller if Dame could tell everybody how he went broke so they could know what not to do, right? Think about it. Wouldn't that be a great book? How I went broke. It's. I mean, that nigga ego is too big to allow him to even say that. But I think that would be a great story for him, like the MC Hammer story. How MC Hammer went broke, trying to help a bunch of people. Dame should write a book and talk about how he lost all his riches so nobody else could will do it. And that ain't even a jab. I think that's a great concept. You know what I'm saying? I went from popping tags to I don't know what popping something. Went from popping tags to popping my mouth. I don't know. Hold on, y'all. Don't go nowhere. Hold on. All right, I'm back. I'm back. Yeah, but Dame, take that advice. It's good advice. It's a great book. I think it'll be a bestseller if you be honest with yourself and don't get up here and talk about, oh, I went broke because I kept putting my work in the streets. Nigga, stop with the street references. Talk like a businessman. Talk on the level where corporate America, a white person, could pick up the book and read it and not understand a bunch of street talks and talking about, oh, I broke it down to nickels and we were selling nickels. Don't do all that. Talk as a businessman, like the college dude, educated dude that you are with a business degree. All right? I'm giving you free game, bro. Don't cost you nothing to take my idea and put it together. I just want 10%. You done stole enough from me. How you doing? All right. You done stole enough of my creative and try to claim it as yours, nigga. Now this is charity. Get down and do a book about you going broke. I'm telling you, it'd be a bestseller, man. Because people would want to know how you balled till you fall. That's what you should call it. Dame Dash. Ball till you fall. How I went from popping tags to popping something to just popping trash. Dame Dash. Ball till you fall. How to go from popping tag to popping your mouth. Tell you, Dave, it'll work. I should do a doc on you. Ball till you fall. How I saw Dame Dash become lame Dash. Yeah, let me get to Paul Pierce now. I want to talk about Paul Pierce too. If you just tuned in, it's Choke No Joke live. The morning inspiration. This is what we do in the mornings. We get up, we get out, we walk, we jog, we go to the gym. You know what I'm saying? I bring you the current events, the news, while we try to stay in shape and encourage each other to get up and walk. You know, some people's out right now watching the show walking with me. And it could be you. Tune in tomorrow morning, about 9 o'clock. Bring your phone with you. Turn me on. Find you a nice trail. Walk around your neighborhood. Walk around the parking lot. You don't need a park to walk. Walk to your local uh, grocery store in the morning. Don't drive. Go pick up some coffee. Go sit down. Go walk and have a coffee, and walk back home. But walk some pounds off you every week. That's what we do, right? And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do that. And if you are subscribed and you ain't been getting no notifications, go and check and see if you're still subscribed. Because they be unsubscribing. You know what I mean? And if they unsubscribe you, subscribe again and hit that notification bell so you can know when I'm dropping videos. Because I know I drop videos throughout the day. And I got a bunch of new videos dropping uh, throughout the day so y'all can catch up to them long lives. Shout out to everybody in Dubai. Shout out to everybody in United Emirates. All right. Yeah, so Paul Pierce. And then if you just tuning in, yeah, Diddy's trial begins today. They doing the jury selection. If that's what you tuned in for, Diddy trial has started today, and we will be doing, or they will be doing jury selection for this week. Hopefully, they'll pick a jury quick, and you know, we won't be waiting longer than 2 weeks. Hey, ladies. Uh, And then hopefully next week we'll be hearing the opening arguments, which I'm really excited to hear what the opening arguments is going to be from both sides. If they opening arguments is old Diddy was sex trafficking, using Bad Boy as a cover up, and he been sex trafficking for 10 years, and his number one client was Cassie. I'm done. I'll be waiting for the verdict if that's what they coming with. But let me get into Paul Pierce. I seen this video with Paul Pierce, and in this video, you know, he's talking to this lady, and he's saying that he's no longer going to be in relationships, right? And he's like, "What's the purpose of being in a relationship? The relationship only benefits the woman. It don't benefit the man, you know, especially when it comes to marriage." Which I kind of feel the same way, right? You got just look at it. If the marriage, if the relationship don't work, right, and you're not married, you could go your way, unless it's a commonwealth marriage, sort of, possibly, right? But if you get married, there's no breaking up without a judge involved, without money being spent. You know, I know there's women and men that I know that are in marriages that's over. Their marriage has been over for years, but they still married. So even if he want to move on with the next woman, or she wanted to move on with the next man, she still got to double back to this dude to finalize their divorce. And they probably didn't finalize it because they probably wasn't financially in a space where they could pay for the divorce. So they done been separated for over 10 years, but still married. He done moved on, she done moved on, but they still married. Why? Because it costs too much to get the divorce. And then who's supposed to pay for it? The man? Because she ain't going to pay for it. So I understand what Paul Pierce is saying. Like, relationships only really, when it comes to marriage, only for the most part benefit the woman. You just can't walk away from it. And I feel the same way. Like, I got too many goals in life to be sitting there having to explain myself to somebody about what I want to do. I want to go to Dubai, by myself. I can't do that if I got a girlfriend, because she gonna think I'm going to meet somebody. Oh, you taking that other bitch? Yeah, yeah. And, you know what I'm saying? No, I just want to go, and I don't want to go with you. I want to go by myself. That's a problem in a relationship, because the relationship is a compromise. You know what I'm saying? You just can't pick up and do what you want. You should be able to, because it's your life. But if you're in a relationship, it ain't that easy, because why? Emotions. People's feelings. And if you're dealing with somebody that can't control their emotions and be in their feelings, you're not gonna be able to just do what you want to do because oh, it's disrespectful that you doing that, or you hanging out with your boys all the time, or you with your girls all the time. You going on girls trips. I don't know what you doing when you go on these girls trips, you know, because in the girls trips, there's always the one girlfriend that got the man or the husband at home that pop off every trip they go on. She fucking. Yeah, she somebody hitting that. They all got that one girlfriend, like in Sex in the City. You know, the one chick that's just a freak and just be popping off. You know, and you'll never know because the girlfriends ain't gonna be telling because they eating her too. Nowadays, you know, the girls trips they ain't even looking for niggas. They having orgies with each other. And if you don't think that's your girl getting sucked on right now. What they mean? They don't block this off with like they think I'm not going all the way around. They better figure this out. I'll be damned if they think I'm going all the way around. I guess I'm gonna have to cut through this grass or something. Oh, they over here cutting down trees. Man, I hope I ain't going this way for nothing. Where the hell am I going? I feel like I'm in a damn horror movie. Can I go this way? All right. Like, yo, who's that? Who's that? Be careful, be careful. They cutting down trees. that. I wasn't going all the way around. They tripping. Yeah, but getting back to Paul Pierce. So, relationships is a compromise. And if you ain't got a person that understands your goals in life and is not, going to get in your way, no problem. Man, they getting ready to cut all these trees down. Yeah, but sorry, I got a little sidetracked. Dude was taking pictures of the trees. I ain't want to walk in front of him. Get around this truck. Yeah, Yeah, so like in relationships, if you don't have a person that's just as busy as you are and not gonna get in the way of your dreams and your goals, then by all means, do your thing. But if all your goals require you to share your thoughts or your decisions or your decision making with somebody and it can hinder your growth. If you say you want to go to some type of event and your lady don't want you to go because she think you're going to be sexing other women and that's the only thing on her mind, and that's far from anything on your mind, then what? You don't go because she and her feelings, or do you go and then you got to deal with your feelings? My bad, y'all. Phone keep ringing. But yeah, man. Like that whole relationship thing, I think I'm just gonna have to sit down and really focus and talk about that with the whole Paul Pierce thing. But I will be live today. Uh, I'm sure we'll be getting an update from the courthouse at lunchtime. So I will be live streaming from the courtroom, from the courthouse, not the courtroom because it's federal. You can't go in there. So I'll be streaming from outside of the courtroom. So y'all keep it locked. Make sure y'all subscribe if you haven't. And I will be back later. And I got some videos dropping on the hour. But I will be live tonight at 7 p.m. on YouTube and on TikTok. All right, I'm doing my lives on TikTok, not Instagram. So TikTok, if you're not following me on TikTok, hit me up, Choke No Joke Official on TikTok. All right, you already know. Choke No Joke, I'm out. I'll be back later. Peace.